Welcome to Casual Buddhism. I'm Cindy Rasicot, a devoted follower of Venerable Dhammananda Bhikkhuni. She inspired me to write my memoir, Finding Venerable Mother, and she inspired me to create this new program, a series of informal conversations about how we can practice Buddhism in our everyday lives. I'm so delighted to have Dhammananda here with us this evening, and this will be the first in a series of conversations that we have. Welcome, Dhammananda.
Yes, hello.
Welcome, Venerable. Today's question is about hope. Here in the US, it is about hope.
Yes.
Here in the United States, vaccinations are increasing and COVID is decreasing. Yet the threat of COVID remains real. We are also plagued with a series of violent actions towards Asians and Black people, which has a negative impact on all of us. How do we maintain hopeful in these uncertain times?
Number one, the fact that COVID is coming down, and because of the vaccine, you have access to vaccine, and American people tend to feel happy about it, but to realize that this virus has a very strange character. You alone, as a country, is safe from COVID. You are not safe. You are not really safe because this virus goes across the border. So we have to be safe together. That is one way of looking at things, you know. So Americans should not be happy because they feel safer, but they have to think of the means to allow people in other countries to be safe like you know. So right now, the situation seems to have improved a great deal in United States. But look at what happened in India. Yesterday alone, there were more than almost 300,000 new cases, and they could not handle the corpse, the dead body, so they just cremated the dead body right there in front of the building. That's a situation which seems to be far away from you, but it is very much with us, cut across, being Thai, being Indian, being Americans. So this is very important, that we have to take the issue to our heart together.
Mhm.
Together. We cannot be free from COVID alone. We have to be free from COVID together. So this hope, we are thinking of this hope. We should feel this hopeful situation against COVID. But I feel grateful, one point, to COVID because it allows us to think for the first time globally.
Mm.
Before that, we always think country-wise, you know, oh, it's very, very nice life in United States, you know, very poor situation in India, that's too bad for them. No, no. Our hope will become real only when we learn to think globally. Vaccines are available for you. Vaccines are not available for us. Make it available to others as well. So this is our
Yes.
hope. The hope that I have, Cindy, the hope that I have is the shift of our mentality, the shift of our heart, the opening of our heart to allow others to enter your heart and to feel peaceful, happy, secure the way you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is my hope. This is my hope.
And you often talk about softening of the heart. Is this what you mean in terms of staying open? Could you say more about that? How
Yes,
people open their hearts?
when I use the word softening, you know, this is from the influence I got from Taoism. Taoism talks about death. Stiffness is death. If you want to be alive, you have to remain soft. You know, the body remains soft because you are alive. The body becomes stiffened because it is dead. So therefore, this hope for life in United States for the Americans extend that also to other countries. You know, opening your heart. When you can open your heart becomes softened, because you can also feel the suffering of other sentient beings elsewhere in this world. To realize that we cannot be safe alone. We
Mhm.
cannot be alone. And this virus, COVID, is a proof. Is a proof. You know, Thailand was very happy. You know, we were one of the very first countries to start getting the virus. But at the very first stage, we did very well. We had very small number of people who actually caught virus. But now in the third wave, the number is increasing from 2 digits. Now we have 1,500, you know, we have 4 digits instead of 2 digits. So this is a realization that we are all connected. So whatever we do, whatever plan we are thinking, plan also for others. So thus our heart becomes softened, because we have more space for others. We open up our heart to allow others to come in, to have the same feeling, same sharing with us. It is connected with the second part of your issue that you mentioned about this Asians, you know, how the Americans people feel that Asians do not belong in United States. You know, that's why they start hitting the Asians. This is also, they are not learning. They are not learning the lesson from COVID that cut across Asian, Black American, White American, cut across. We died of COVID. We have access to COVID equally, and American dies, white American dies, Black Americans die, Asian also die. So why do you have this wall against Asian Americans? Some of the Asian Americans, they have been living in United States even longer than you, so to say, you know. So when we have this segregation of you and I, there is a great wall that is created. You created. It's not there. The wall is not there, but you created it. So when there is you and I, that your heart becomes hardened.
Mhm.
And when your heart becomes hardened, you can expect death of humanity. Yes, death of being able to feel the suffering of others, which is our own suffering. So when we start thinking collectively like this, then we can come to a certain attitude. We set a new attitude so that we are open to others. We could feel the suffering of others. We could enjoy the joy of others. You know, in Buddhism, there's a very great teaching. When you are able to feel the joy of others' success, that is very joyful for us. Even though that success may mean that you do not have your, how to say, raise of your ราย เงินเดือนนะ periods pay yes. So you know, this lady working with you, she got the raise, but you do not get the raise, you know, the payment, but still you can feel joyful on her behalf. You know, if we can do this, if we can have this joyful for others success, oh, that's great, because you can always have this joy, because there's so many success in other people around the world. You know, so in United States, you know, now they're coming down. COVID is lessening, and people are leading a happier life. Oh, how joyful! I'm so joyful for the Americans. But at the same time, the Americans also have to feel globally.
Mhm.
You know, to feel the suffering of others, and to extend yourself to help others as well. Talking about the government, at the government level, if the government has this view, you know, to see it globally, to
Mhm.
see it, then we can live as a human race. Human race has to be saved together.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your wisdom with us this evening. And thank you all for being here and joining us. I'd love to hear listeners' response to Venerable Dhammananda's presentation. How can you remain hopeful in your life? How can you stay open? And what can you do to rekindle hope in your life? Please post any comments or questions you may have on my Facebook page, cindy.rasicot.author, or on my website. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon.